Hi everyone, good morning. So every year around February, March time, the 5th graders, 7th graders and 9th graders go through a series of physical fitness testing in PE. I did this a few years ago with the 7th graders and the 9th graders in a different district. And last year, our 5th graders went through, there's approximately 6 or 7 different fitness tests. The main two that I find that students need a little more practice leading into these fitness tests are the sit-ups and the push-ups. The other ones we can go through during school, we can practice a little bit, but there's a large amount of success in the other fitness tests. But sit-ups and particularly push-ups, I witness as being the most challenging or difficult. The students that do perform well in the sit-ups and the push-ups evidently, clearly practice sit-ups and push-ups when they're not in school. There's not enough time in PE in school to do all of our practice for fitness testing. And those students that seem to be more successful in the fitness testing practice them maybe at home or at their athletic events, such as gymnasts, dancers, soccer players. It depends on the routine of the coaches that they're putting those workouts together as part of their training program. But I would like to break down some sit-ups and push-up practice where we can then be ready for the physical fitness testing, which will happen. The next one will be for the 5th graders next school year. So I'd love for the 5th graders this year to really practice this so they can, the next time the 5th graders of this year would be go through the testing will be when they're in 7th grade and then again in 9th grade, and the tests stay quite consistent all the way through. So let's start with the easier one of the two, in my opinion, which is the sit-ups. We're gonna do a modified version of the sit-ups to get the core nice and warmed, and then we're gonna discuss the technique for the fitness test, and then we're gonna break down a little bit of practice. So we're not having to do a lot of push-ups in one go. We're gonna break it down into bite-sized pieces as we're strengthening our core, working on our technique, and we'll do the same kind of breakdown for the push-ups. So please follow along. I believe the fitness tests now is part of becoming a more capable human being. It's not just, oh, let's teach and try and pass the test. These are some exercises that we should practice all the time. So please get your younger and older siblings involved. Please get your parents involved. We're gonna break this into bite-sized pieces, and over the next few weeks and months, you'll start to see a progression in how easy push-ups and sit-ups can become if we practice. Just like playing the guitar or the piano or singing a song or doing your math homework, if we practice, we will get better. All right, so here we go. Starting with your sit-ups. In the fitness test for sit-ups, you will be with a partner that would be holding your ankles and feet to the ground. So you have someone that is spotting you, helping you, encouraging you, and counting your sit-ups for you. I'm gonna be using my spotter today is gonna be my tree. So if you don't have someone with you for this video to hold your feet down, like a partner A, partner B, and then you guys switch, you can tuck your toes underneath your bed, underneath your sofa, or you can even put your toes up against a wall, or just like I'm doing here, putting them up against a tree. So please join me down on the ground. My friendly tree is gonna spot for me. I'm gonna have my knees bent, facing up to the sky. My toes are gonna be tucked against the base of the tree. If you're using the base of a wall, you can even kind of squeeze your toes on the outside of a strong table leg, or the tree if I was to do it that way. But I'm just gonna press my toes into the base of the tree. We're gonna lay down, and to warm up the core, we're gonna do a few modified sit-ups. So instead of the regular technique where hands are on opposite shoulders, we're actually gonna touch the ground, swing those arms, and tap the ankles, outside of your ankles. And we're gonna count to 10. So here we go. Exhale as you come up. Inhale on the way down. That's 1. Exhale. Inhale. 2. 4. 5. Always exhale on the way up. 6. 7. 8. 9. and 10. That's a modified sit-up because we are using our arms for momentum, which makes it easier on our core. Let's try 10 sit-ups in the real technique now. Hands are on opposite shoulders. Hands cannot come off of the shoulders, and we can't swing the elbows. See if we can count to 10. If you get to 5, that's also great. I'm gonna adjust my positioning so I'm really having this tree help by sticking my toes into the base of the tree. And here we go. 1, exhale on the way up. Forearms are now touching the thigh muscles, the quadriceps here. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try and relax your neck. 9. The middle to upper back touches the ground. And exhale. 10. So to break that technique down, for fitness testing, we must keep our hands on opposite shoulders at all times. As soon as you start to take your hands off for that momentum to make it a little easier, it tells us that our core is getting fatigued or tired. So that would be a warning in the test. And if you did that more than once, a second time, that would be the end of the test for you. And whatever number that you got to, it's usually a maximum of 40 for sit-ups, then that would be the end of your test. To break this down into a workout, just like we did, practicing 10 sit-ups with the momentum, swinging the arms to warm up the core, and then 10 sit-ups in the fitness test practice with hands and elbows staying close to the body, forearms coming to touch the thigh muscles. So we can work that into a workout. If you felt like 10 was easy for you, choose a number that's going to be challenging. I would like you to choose a number where you're doing the modified sit-up, swinging those arms. Maybe you get to 10 or 15, and then take a minute rest, and then do a set where you are challenging yourself in the real sit-up position, and see what the difference is. See if you can get to 10 or 15 again. Maybe that number is lower because this technique is a little harder, but it's the technique we need to do in 5th grade. So whether you're in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, this is practice for when you guys become 5th graders. And I would do 3 rounds of that exercise. So modified sit-up, and then regular sit-ups, round 1. Take a 1-minute break between each one, and then go through it again for a round 2 and for a round 3. Let's do one more round together. We're going to choose the number 10 again. 10 modified sit-ups, 10 regular sit-ups, and then we'll get onto our push-up practice. So maybe you have someone to hold those ankles down to the ground, or you have a piece of furniture or a tree like I do. All right, here we go. For the modified, we get to swing our arms, so fingertips touching the ground. And as we swing, we sit up, tap the outside of your ankles. 1, 2. Really sync your breath with this movement. Inhale, exhale. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, this is where we would take a minute's rest. You can pause the video if you like to take it a little extra time. I'm going to do more like a 30-second rest here. Remember, always inhaling through the nose all the way through these exercises. And here comes the regular version. Hands on opposite shoulders, try and keep them there without swinging the elbows, without taking the hands off the shoulders. And remember, we exhale on the way up, so take a nice big inhale. And here we go. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. All right, guys, that was 2 rounds we did together. That would be a 3-round set, but as I said, if you find those quite easy, go into 10, challenge yourself, go to 12, 15, or 20. And as you start improving over the next few weeks with your sit-ups, slowly increase the number until we want to try and get to 40 sit-ups in the regular fitness test technique. All right, we're gonna switch over to, I think, the more challenging fitness test of push-ups. Again, we're gonna do a modified push-up. We will do regular push-ups, and we will talk about our breath as far as our timing. So with push-ups, we're lowering our body basically halfway down in the modified push-up or the regular push-up. So that means that the elbow gets to about 90 degrees. It's about the angle of the corner of a square. And in that moment, when you're about at 90 degrees in both elbows, your body is about halfway down. So think about holding the high plank, and our whole body lowers straight down like a plank. Looks like this. Get your hands ready. So your hands are slightly rotated out. Your shoulders are stacked above your elbows and wrists. Slight bend in the elbow so your arms are not locked straight. And when you're ready, take a nice big inhale. And exhale, come up into your high plank. This is the beginning push-up position. Right here, we want to make sure our feet are symmetrical like the wings of a butterfly. So we're not on one side, we're not over to the other. We're up on our tippy toes. Again, check your shoulders are above. Relax the back of your neck. Lift your belly button up 1/4 inch to engage your core. And this would be the beginning position. A regular push-up, we lower like a straight plank, halfway down, and back up. A good technique to practice is to go down nice and slow as you inhale, and then exhale on the press. To modify the push-up, we drop to our knees, and we stay in the same position, same hand position, same shoulder position. Relaxed neck, feet are more comfortable if they come off the ground. And we're gonna try and get to 10 modified push-ups together. Remember, inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Ready? Here we go. 1, inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I recommend that modified version as a warm-up to prepare the chest muscles, the pectoralis, the pectorals, the tricep muscles in the back of your arm, 3 muscles here, and warming up the core and the technique and flowing with your breath. Inhale on the way down, exhale as you push back up. So we did 10 modified push-ups as a warm-up. How I would then transition that into real push-up practice would be to do the first few push-ups in the regular push-up style like we would for fitness tests. And as soon as you're becoming tired, modify the push-up so you can get an extra 2 or 3 or 4 push-ups in the modified version, and then take your rest. So you choose your magic number. I would try and personally aim, for me personally, I'm gonna aim for 8 regular push-ups, and I think I'll be getting tired at that point. And then I'm gonna try and do 4 modified push-ups after the 8 regular ones. For some of you guys, you might be doing 1 or 2 regular push-ups and then trying to do a few more, like 8 or 9 modified push-ups. And over time, if you practice this every other day, the number of regular push-ups is gonna increase, and the regular modified ones you're gonna decrease until you can do more regular push-ups and you can do a few less modified. So the modified push-up might be your strongest position now, But over time, if you practice the regular push-up combined with the modified, we're going to increase the amount of regular push-ups we can do. So please follow along, choose that number that works best for you. I'm going to do 8 regular, 4 modified, and we're going to do 2 rounds of that. If you'd like to join me with my numbers, you're welcome to. But if you'd like to try and do even just 1 or 2 regular push-ups and then do more like 8 or 9 modified ones, that's up to you. All right, guys, so get your hands ready. This is the tabletop position. Fingertips spread out nice and wide. Hands slightly rotate outwards, just slightly. Squeeze those fingertips into the ground to take the weight off of the wrists. Brings your shoulders forward, relax the back of your neck, come up onto your tippy toes. As we lower down, we take a big inhale through the nose. And here we go. I'm going for 8. In 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Please note how my whole body lowers down at the same time. And once you get tired from the regular push-ups, don't stop. You're warmed up. Do a few modified. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whew. So we're going to do a second round of that. I recommend about a 1-minute rest, maybe a sip of water. It's getting warm today. But the whole goal here, whether it's sit-ups or push-ups, is to try and decrease the amount of modified push-ups and sit-ups we're doing while practicing the regular technique and increasing the regular structure or form in that exercise. So here we go. Last round together, and then I'm going to leave it up to you guys to practice. I recommend every other day. Great to practice sit-ups and push-ups before bedtime, maybe 30 or 40 minutes before bedtime or before taking a bath or a shower, because you're exercising, getting warmed up, and then you can get into your nighttime routine. Or it's good to do in the morning too, before any exercises, once you've done, but warm up and do some stretching first. So here we go. Last round of push-ups together now, and then you guys can play this video back again in a couple of days. So starting down in the tabletop position, get your hands ready, with intention and purpose. Fingertips spread out nice and wide, hands rotated outwards. Bring those shoulders forward above the elbows with a slight bend in the elbow. Squeeze those fingertips into the ground. And here we go. Coming up to the regular high plank. Do as many regular push-ups as you feel comfortable before you go to modified. Here we go. And inhale and down. Exhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As soon as you get tired, modify, drop those knees. 9, 10, 11, and 12. So work on the push-up maximum would be 40. The sit-up maximum for now is 40. Work with that modified and regular technique and try and increase the amount of regular ones you can do every couple of days that you practice. Have fun with this. If I see you in school, please let me know how this is going. Some of you will see in Zoom classes, and thank you for watching and participating in the videos. I'll see you all soon.